Sara Hattis is on a loaded national championship volleyball team. You win a national championship in the fall, and then you decide to join the basketball team in the spring. Let's kind of get people caught up on your story, though, because you were a big-time athlete in New Mexico, 78th ranked incoming freshman by ESPNW Hoop Girls. So you're top 100 in playing hoops. Your dad was a good hoops player. We're going to get to that. He was a good athlete overall. But then also, you're the 9th ranked incoming freshman by Prep Volleyball. So you end up announcing that you're going to play volleyball, and you are a couple days before the early signing period, you said, all right, I'm going to play. You end up winning a national championship on a loaded team. So probably didn't get as much action as you would have liked, but you had some All-Americans ahead of you. You get a ring, and then you decide to join the basketball team. That was December 29th. So as Coach said, you're kind of just a month in right now. And you know, most good athletes have one major decision coming out of high school. They know the sport they're playing. They just got to find the school. You had two major decisions. You had to pick a sport and you had to pick a school. Now you're in your spring semester of your freshman year, still early on. But right now, are you pleased with those two decisions?
I'm very happy with the decisions that I made. Very happy.
Good.
They're both tough decisions. I'd say the choice between two sports in the colleges was a really tough one, and then this one kind of came on soon, and I kind of had to make a decision quickly because I had to come back from break sooner than later.
Yeah.
So in the end, I'm really happy with what I decided.
Well, your dad was a really good athlete. He tried to play basketball and baseball at Arizona, correct?
Correct.
Okay, now that's hard to do. You can maybe see football, baseball, but they're so close together. Yeah. He ends up transferring to the University of Miami to play baseball.
Yes.
First program to actually make me cry, 1985, when they beat Texas. So,
oh.
Yeah, I know, I'm sure.
Sorry about that.
I'm sure, yeah, I can tell. I'm sure that really bothers you. But your dad plays in the 1974 College World Series, so he's pretty successful, but he had to go focus on one sport. He tried to play two out of high school, then had to focus on one. How much did his past affect your decision on your future coming out of high school?
I have to say, he probably let me know that two sports was going to be tough, and I think that in the beginning, when I was deciding what sport I wanted to play, I think that made me think that I wanted to decide one over the other and really focus on one. And then this happened, and it kind of changed my ways. But yeah, he's been a big influence on my decisions.
Has he given you any advice? I mean, now that you are trying to play two sports in college, and he's done that?
Yeah, he's always in the back of my head. Just keep working, Sarah. Keep pushing hard, and yeah, he's always there for me. Well,
as I mentioned, you were on a loaded team. I mean, the volleyball team you've got All-Americans ahead of you. When you played really well, and they were really happy with your future here. But I want to ask you, for someone who had played a lot of volleyball, what was the experience like in Louisville? Was it frustrating? Was it still awesome just to want to be a part of a national championship?
Oh, it was unbelievable. I mean, being a part of that team is just something that not many people can say they were a part of. Obviously. No,
you got a ring for good now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you got it the fall semester, your freshman year.
Be nice and shiny
it is going to be nice and shiny. But so it was a good experience.
It was a great experience, yeah, and a great learning experience as well.
What'd you learn the most?
I think throughout the season, coming from high school, playing a lot and being the superstar, I guess is what people would say.
No, you were.
I mean, it was a learning experience to I guess, be humbled. You go in and you don't get as much playing time as you'd want, but you have to keep working hard. You can't just say, oh, well, I'm done because I'm not getting what I wanted. You got to work hard. You got to get better, and I think that's the biggest thing I learned this season.
Okay, so whose idea was it? Whose idea was it for you to join the basketball team? Who approached you about it?
Well, actually, I got home on the 18th of December for my break. I woke up the next morning, and my volleyball coach, Jared Elliott, called me and said, hey, Karen Aston wants you to join the basketball team, so I figured I'd let you know. And
Coach Elliott and Aston have a pretty good relationship. So, I mean, I know Coach Elliott said he respects her a lot, and she made the call, so.
Yeah, it was nice that Jarrett made the initiative to give me a call and let me know. And then I discussed it with my family and my close friends and stuff like that, called Coach Aston, figured out what was going on, and decided the next day, and now I'm happy where I'm at.
Did you miss basketball this fall at all?
A little bit, but at the same time, volleyball was just such a priority right at the time.
Right.
You know, I was just so focused on volleyball. I think at this time, if I wasn't playing basketball, I'd probably be missing it. But now I'm back in it, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. I want to know what's the toughest transition? Like, I mean, it's been about a month. What's been the hardest part?
I'd have to say the conditioning.
Okay.
And the speed of the game. And just like the physicality of basketball, college basketball compared to high school basketball or
a lot more
summer
elbows.
basketball. A lot more elbows, not a lot more big butts pushing you back. But other than
big
that,
butts and elbows.
Yes.
That could be like the next big rap song.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 years ago. I'm dating myself, aren't I? Well, no. So you talk about strength and conditioning, or just getting used to it. What is the difference in terms of weightlifting and game shape between college volleyball and college basketball?
I'd have to say college volleyball is more quick side to side, up and down. Basketball is more endurance, long sprints up and down the court continuously. Like basketball, you have to play defense and then you have to get back and you play offense right away. Volleyball, I guess it gets really challenging if you go on runs, but usually it's quick, point after point.
Right.
And it's a little different.
Yeah, I mean, you got Eckerman and Bailey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those points.
Put it away.
Those points are usually
Those
pretty
points
quick,
go.
right? Really quick. I saw that in Louisville. So what's the next step for you? I mean, when you look at your basketball game right now, what do you want to improve on the most?
I'd have to say being more aggressive and going after rebounds. That's one thing Coach Aston stresses to me a lot, because that's a big reason why I'm out on the court, is to get rebounds and give our team second chances on offense. Also, just playing solid defense and not letting my man score, and being a factor in the paint. So,
Sarah, I can't imagine what it's like. I went to school here. I can't imagine playing one sport plus two sports and balancing the academic part. You're doing a great job with it. Keep it up, and I guess we're going to be seeing a lot of you here on Longhorn Network in the fall and in the spring, right?
all right.